4 years of mistreatment and outright hostility led by Democrat regulators, lawmakers in this country have a choice. Will we lead our nation into a future of financial sovereignty, of innovation, and of prosperity, or will we let unelected bureaucrats and foreign competitors write the rules for us? And I'm here today to say loud and clear, with President Trump, crypto finally has a champion and an ally in the White House. The consistent fear that I hear is that there's still this perception that digital assets are not welcome in the mainstream economy, and let me promise you that our effort to change the policy is purely about changing that. We want our fellow Americans to know that crypto and digital assets, and particularly Bitcoin, are part of the mainstream economy and are here to stay.
Currently, there's some good movement on possible funds being released. Of course, it would wait till I left the country for it to happen. But if that's what it took, y'all, I left the damn country 2 or 3 years ago. I didn't know, or I'd done it for y'all. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk out of Iraq. There's lots of talk about the Forex. It's, as always, it's you got one guy, this is 100% verified, and then you got the next guy going, it says on the second page that it's a test, or you know what I mean, like it's all over the place. But the fact that there's so much information out there, there's something happening. Like I have a Forex deal on my phone, but it's not, is it the real Forex? I mean, there's a bunch of knockoffs and stuff. But what I did do last night was I went into my calculator. I shared this with you before, but your calculator has this cool little converter on it, right? And you can convert $1 US into IQD. And as of last night, it was 1309, which is what the standard, rate has been. Still 1309. I got my little text messages from Waze this morning. Not Waze, Wise. Waze. 1315, it actually went up on the IQD. And 2500 for the VND. So nothing, for my knowledge, has physically changed, but it is showing, and it is, it's on there. So it's just kind of a matter of time, I believe. I know that there's things happening in Zurich and in Hong Kong, and what's the other one? There's another financial hub over in the east, but meetings are taking place and liquidity is supposed to be happening. So, it is. I don't know if I've ever been more excited. I'm just literally trying to. I asked somebody the other day, are we really actually this close, or do you need to tell me to slow my butt down and stop getting so excited? and the person is such a good friend. They said, I do believe we're close, but slow your butt down. I was like, all right. I'll try not to be so excited, but I am about as excited as I maybe have ever been. I'm just trying to, my wife, God bless her, she's like, don't talk to me until you have money to show me. And I was like, okay. Because I try to, every now and then I'm like, I kind of update her on things I hear. And she was like, when there's money in our account, you tell me, and then I'll be excited. I was like, all right, that's deal. So
yeah.
Yesterday, dated May 27, 2025. It was called the Forex or FXVU Strategic Release Memo. It came out and it said that the Iraqi Dinar external rate or public rate would be $4.81, $4.8101. what he called post-Forex convergence. He acknowledged whoever the author was, and it came from a site. Apparently, the guy's name has now come out. He said, I'm the one who created this memo. But what he said is that this is our estimate of what the rate is going to be very, very shortly. He also showed a photograph of what he claimed was the back screen on the Forex from a bank, I believe, yesterday, where it still showed the 1310 artificial programmed rate, which is not the true value of the Iraqi dinar. I had that confirmed by someone else that is in fact what a back screen looks like. That he said whoever this person is, they either had access to a back screen, took this screenshot, or they know exactly what it looks like and was able to.
That screenshot was taken at an earlier date.
Yeah, it could be. It's very unclear on the screenshot. But basically what they said was, okay, this 100% confirms that the Iraqi dinar is on Forex. That means Iraq is showing on Forex, although it's still only 1310. This is now considered a managed float. Here we go. Buckle up. It's official. There's no turning back now. Iraq has kicked it off. And yes, this is legit, straight from Forex Analysts. That is a different site than the Forex itself. Today there was an update from FXVU Strategic Release. Oh, wait a minute. That's May 27th. That's yesterday's. And they did do an update, but the update didn't change very much. Okay, this isn't one. So this is the same stuff. The update didn't change very much. Let me go back and take a look at it. Thought we had it there, but apparently not. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you I think this is. I think this is an AI-generated analysis based on all sorts of information. Now, I know someone, that's why I think, Jen, you said, I get that it's not real. It's not real. It's AI. But the information in it might very well be real. That's what I think we're at. We'll see. You're the intuitive one. You can figure that out. So I think this is an AI analysis bot that has come to these conclusions. Now, if the screenshot is legitimate, then yes, the IQD is on the Forex, which you have to have a tradable market currency to be on the Forex. But right now, it's still showing the old placeholder rate. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? I don't know. Does it mean we're imminent and going to go imminently? I don't know. But that's what we got yesterday from Jen's angelic sources and lots of other sources. TNT Tony's on in an hour. We'll see if he's heard anything from his people.
Who took the screenshot?
I don't know who took the screenshot. I think we could find that out if we want to do something.
I just feel like the screenshot was taken at an earlier date. There's always a back screen for the Forex.
Well, I don't know that the Iraqi dinar is always on there. People talk about the dinar going on the Forex. What they really mean is the new rate, the real rate, the high rate of the Iraqi dinar going on Forex. It could have been on the Forex for a long time. So where we're kind of at, and I guess we'll just call this crosstalk at this point, Jen, because I don't think you have any specific.
You want me to look and see what it looks like today?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at the bank screens. We're looking at the back screens. This is not the public screens. There's levels to this. I'm going to have to try to read. It's really hard to read in meditation or anything for me. I don't know why. Let me see. The dinar's on there. It is in, it's gray. So it's not black. It's not, it's like faded.
Okay.
Like on hold or something.
Okay.
There are some that are black and there are some that are gray, like shaded. There's a list. Try to see the number. $391,829. Would that be $392
Yeah, 391, 392, 391, 829.
Yes,
That
it
was
would. Grain of
You might
salt.
be a little biased, Jen.
Grain of salt.
But yeah.
Possible.
Live reading of the Forex numbers waiting to go in. Now, Jen, what I found interesting about this memo was not the content of it or the fact that it's AI generated. What I found interesting is that in your Gentel yesterday, you said, as of today, we would start to see signs of what the rate was going to be when it went public. That's what the Gentel says, basically.
When? Where does it say that in the Gentel?
It says, okay, let's go back. I will look it up.
I love it how you like misquote me all the time. So let's go find that. So the most recent Gentel we've got, other tiers have been funded and are in the hands of financial institutions and individuals to disperse to the people. Next is 4B. The word spreads on Wednesday, USA time, that rates have been made public. Notifications come directly after. If delays occur, they will try the next day and continue basically each day until complete. They want the transition to 4B to complete in May.
So I took this as a sign that this was maybe we could start to see signs of the rate showing up, consistent with what you had said.
Well, let's see. The word spreads. It's interesting that they worded it that way on Wednesday, USA time, that rates have been made public, though.
Yeah.
Public, visible. We'll wait for that. If it doesn't happen today, they're going to keep trying every day until it does. I do remember something about Gentel a long time ago that, and what that was that when this is happening, no, that was for debt relief. That we would start to hear word of different people sporadically. My loan got zeroed out. So that was for debt relief.
Mm-hmm.
Chris said, finally here, busy day.
What's that?
In the comments.
Okay. Wow. Cool. I'm trying to do 4 things at once, so I'm a little.
That's interesting.
Finally here. Okay.
Okay.
Good. All right. So we're just trying to make, heads or tails of this. Jen, I think your general impression, you said, is that we're just kind of waiting to see this thing play itself out today, right?
Yep. The waiting.
The waiting is the hardest part.
It is.
Petty once said.
The silence. The waiting sucks.
Mayor, thank you. Chief, thank you. Ambassador, our hearts go out to you and your staff. I spoke to the President of the United States multiple times tonight on behalf of the President. His prayers are with all of us, all of the Jewish community, everyone in Washington, D.C., state, local, and federal agencies, and our great U.S. Attorney, Jeanine Pirro, who will be prosecuting this case. We'll be doing everything in our power to keep all citizens safe, especially tonight our Jewish community. Our prayers go out. We have the FBI. All of our federal agencies will work hand in hand with you, Chief, as we have done, and you, Mayor, to do everything we can to keep our citizens safe. We will follow the facts. We will follow the law. And this defendant, if charged, will be prosecuted to the fullest extent.
Forwarded from Wolverine. Tony's intelligence call. TNT Tony, May 28, 2025. Summary. No more Avi delays, I wish. We'll never have a call on a holiday again. Tony had a great weekend. We received a lot of intelligence over the weekend. Tony said he didn't share it because it changed every 2 hours. It went up and down over and over again. The intelligence went back and forth. UN, IMF, Federal Reserve, banks, etc. It was a roller coaster ride all weekend. Tony said he saved us a lot of trouble by not sharing the information. The Yavi was scheduled 5 times over the weekend. Everything is done on Iraq's side. Everything is done by the UN, the IMF, the Federal Reserve, and the US Treasury. By everything done, he meant countries connected, tariffs charged, and information sent. There was a document, part of which was released, but no one was supposed to see it. It was step-by-step information on how we got to where we are now and the process of where we're going. There were no details about what would be done or how. Everything is finished, but we're waiting. We're at a window waiting for notification, even as this call is being made. Some people were at the bank this morning, waiting to switch, but they were told to come back after 2 today. If Iraq is trying to get it approved, the deadline is from today to Friday. Tony expects it to be completed today. Everything is ready at the banks. We're just waiting for the go signal. We have a few more hours in this window. The exchange rates are good. The Bolivar was on the bank screen. The dinar was worth $4.41. 800 numbers were given to the banks, but they were for them, not us. Each bank was assigned a different number. When Tony asked what information he needed to share with us, he was told they had better information than he was asking for, but couldn't get it until they gave him the 800 number. A piece of advice for us: be prepared for change. Tony was asked if he would accept the higher amount or the exchange rate on the screen. Tony said, why not just accept the higher amount and keep quiet for 90 days? This is a once-in-a-lifetime event. All the currencies we've talked about are still in circulation. Everyone says the exchange rate will be delayed today. In Iraq, the exchange rate will be 1-to-1. There's nothing more to be done. Iraq will announce it to its citizens, period. Personal note, it's coming. It may or may not be tonight. Don't be intimidated by these delays. It's going to happen. Forwarded from Nesara.news. The dollar index continues to slip and the Fed dollar continues to underperform against foreign currencies. Donald Trump Jr. just shared a major comm yesterday, a one-year delta for May 31st for the rainbow, meaning rainbow currency starting after Saturday. The gold standard being enacted in states has nothing to do with the reset or Nesara waiting until next year. Two totally separate issues. That relates to us becoming a constitutional republic and the states succeeding away from DC in the corporation. To be clear, the dinar has not been announced on the Forex as of yet. The whole world will know when. Relax, take a breath, and allow God to handle the timing as He sees fit in His perfect order. Amen. Forwarded from the General. Breaking. California Democrats, must have called them Democrats, have passed a bill allowing non-citizens who are in the country illegally to participate in counting ballots in elections. Forwarded from the General. Breaking. Elon Musk announces that his role as a special government employee is nearing its end. And forwarded from Watcher Guru. Just in. President Trump files appeal after federal court blocks tariffs. White House. It's not for unelected judges to decide how to properly address a national emergency. This was forwarded from A2Z Dream Workshop channel. Majeed posted on X. If anyone thinks the Iranians are waiting for the United States to reach an agreement, if it reaches an agreement at all, they are simply delusional. They know that the hourglass has tipped over and their time plays an important role here. Since President Trump's plane left the Gulf, the Iranians have significantly increased their aerial espionage activity on U.S. Navy targets in the Gulf region. The chosen one. Just strike those MFs already holding shit up. Exactly. Abu, SNWE, posted on X. Shared by A2Z Dream Workshop channel. The general situation in Iraq. There are now two classes of people. Do that again. The first class lives in rural areas. Their areas have been cut off from electricity and the water levels of the Euphrates and Tigris rivers have dropped dramatically due to the closure of dams by Iran and Turkey. This has prompted people to take to the streets in demonstrations which are still ongoing. The second class consists of areas close to cities. Electricity is still available for 2 hours, then shuts off for 4 to 5 hours. Water is delivered to them every 4 days, including the area where I live. June and July are the hottest months, with temperatures expected to exceed 50 degrees Celsius. Based on this data, you can analyze the situation inside Iraq. Iran has cut off the electricity supply to Iraq by less than half, and Turkey has cut off electricity to northern Iraq. Donald J. Trump on Truth. I am pleased to announce that our United States Ambassador to Turkey, Tom Barrack, will be serving as our envoy to Syria. Tom understands there is great potential in working with Syria to stop radicalism, improve relations, and secure peace in the Middle East. Together, we will make America and the world safe again. Posted 05/28/25, 8:50 p.m. Forwarded from the General. Breaking. A whistleblower claims the Biden administration deliberately disadvantaged white U.S. farmers by implementing a loan program that provided payments to individuals based solely on not being white males. Forwarded from JR. Alert. Mel speaks a lot about the WISE app and the benefits it has, especially global, how it would be used just like a real bank. Like I said before, why I like this so much, this is just another tool in our new financial system when some countries still have problems with their personal bank. Forwarded from Midnight Rider Channel, Carly Bone, NYAG James. Looks like Letitia. Anyway, a court just ruled in our favor and permanently stopped the Trump administration's illegal tariffs. This is a major victory for working families, businesses, and the rule of law. The president cannot ignore the Constitution and impose massive tax hikes on the American people. And she further comments, I'm suing the Trump administration with a multi-state coalition of AGs for imposing worldwide illegal tariffs. I love CATTURD's response. Bitch! I can't wait for you to be arrested and to see your mugshot. I'm gonna post it for all my millions of followers to see what a crook you are. Post it out, share it. Forwarded from Watcher Guru. Just in, Vice President J.D. Vance says we do not believe Bitcoin competes with the US dollar. Bitcoin will become a strategically important asset for the United States. And just in, Vice President J.D. Vance says over 100 million Americans will soon own Bitcoin. And BlackRock to acquire 10% of USDC issuer Circle IPO shares. And forwarded from the General, breaking President Trump confirms he warned Netanyahu against launching a strike on Iran. Forwarded from Melania Stasia Romanov, Bassem Al-Khazraji, posted on X, May 26, 2025, 8:38 p.m. Trump's decision is strict and irreversible. Iran stops logistical support and supervision of the militias in preparation for their dissolution. Iran's abandonment of the militias comes after Trump's decision to dissolve the Popular Mobilization Forces, dismantle the factions, and expel them from Iraq. Next week, a decision will be issued to dissolve and dismantle the Popular Mobilization Forces and militias. Trump's decision is strict and irreversible. FI Jeeper 71 on X. What is the Jubilee? What is the Jubilee? It's not just debt relief, it's a cosmic reset of ownership. In ancient times, Jubilee meant debts forgiven, slaves freed, land returned to its rightful holders. But in this timeline, the Jubilee is multidimensional. It's the end of false contracts, karmic loops, and stolen inheritances across body, bloodline, and soul grid. It's not just about money, it's about energy. Financial shifts are the surface symptom. The real Jubilee is breaking AI soul bonds, reclaiming divine DNA rights, realigning with source-based wealth, ending parasitic systems once and for all. Jubilee won't roll out like a tax return. It will ripple through reality as bank collapses, legal reversals, sudden exposures, DNA reactivations, time distortions, unexpected inheritances, magnetic relocations. If you're aligned with divine law, it will feel like release. If you're entangled in the false grid, it may feel like chaos. But either way, it's not coming, it's begun. You're living the prophecy. The source is Monica Anderson on X. Dinar Revolution, Iraq update, market float, RV in place, over $1. Governor of the central bank has taken the necessary steps to prevent the financing of terrorism and money laundering. Connect the dots. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. May 28, 2025, 9:05 a.m. Forwarded from Melania Stasia Romanov. I am running scenarios on the IQD with regard to the timeline. I know many have strong opinions about this, including me till now. This has to do with system liquidity. Originally appeared logical that we would need the crypto in place before the rate change on the IQD, etc. But now I thought of the reverse as a strong possibility. Why? Well, it's a numbers issue, money if you will. The amount of funds that will be put in motion if crypto goes first will be astounding, likely beyond banks' ability. The current backing of the system could handle this if it were to all stay digital, but it won't. So Houston, we may have a problem, at first at least. If the RV or IQD, etc. were to happen first, it would create a relief valve of sorts, adding grease to the system, allowing cash out to ease the pent-up issues, relaxing the pressure and allowing funds to follow into crypto instead of out. This is what is needed to go on the next phase. What is the next phase? A new system in total. It's important to get things in a common program to allow a smooth transition. This is not a bad thing, it's just a thing. So I am on the fence, not really, but it seems I should say that we might want to relook at our schedule of events. This may help fill in some gaps. There does appear to be two timelines running at the same time. Maybe they connect and don't blend together. Just a thought. Spin Hollow Onyx. The naked truth. What money can do for you and what it leaves crying in the shower. Let's be honest. Money is powerful. It can do a lot. But it's not a wizard. It won't fix your childhood. It won't turn your situationship into sacred union. And it definitely won't stop you from binge buying llama farms. Then what you really need is a conversation with your inner child. So here it is. The mildly triggering, spiritually roasted guide to what money can and cannot do for you. 1. Money can buy you a house, but it can't make it a home. Yes, money can buy you a villa with ocean views, reclaimed wood, floors, and a fridge that tells you when you're out of oat milk. But you're still arguing with your nervous system at 2 a.m. and can't sit in silence without scrolling. That villa becomes a well-decorated echo chamber. Real wealth is when your space reflects your peace, not hides your panic. 2. Money can buy you a partner, but it can't buy love, safety, or someone who texts back. Sure, you can attract a polished, beautiful human with expensive taste, but if your conversations still feel like a job interview and they only love you on Instagram, congratulations, you just funded a performance. Intimacy can be purchased. It has to be earned in presence. And if you're not able to love yourself, all of you, how should another human know how? 3. Money can buy you a healing retreat in Bali, but you'll still be you in that bathroom mirror. You can sage your way into 5D, sip cacao on mountaintops and chant in Sanskrit. But if you're still ghosting your emotions and avoiding the journal, no mountain can save you. Healing starts when you stop outsourcing your wholeness to location and luxury. 4. Money can enroll you in all the courses, but if you don't integrate, you're just an expensive procrastinator. You've signed up for 17 spiritual 60,000 courses, hired the coach, bought the crystals, and your launch folder still empty. Meanwhile, your inner child is whispering, "Can we nap instead?" Information without embodiment is just another distraction, dressed up as progress. 5. Money can buy you followers, but not influence. You can boast every post, hire a branding team, and get your numerology-aligned domain name, but if your message doesn't land in hearts, you're just a noise with a logo. Presence is the new algorithm, and your frequency doesn't lie. 6. Money can afford a top therapist, but you still have to tell the truth. You can pay $3,000 an hour to vent, but if you're still telling stories instead of sharing the real wound, you're just co-regulating with resistance. Money can hold the space, but you have to open the door. The soul rundown. Money can support your vision, expand your reach, fund your healing, buy you time and tools. Money cannot do the emotional labor, make you feel whole, regulate your nervous system, replace the work only your soul can do. The naked truth. Money isn't the reward. Alignment is. Because when your values match your actions and your nervous system trusts your choices, money just becomes a tool, not a test. You don't need to reject money. You just need to remember who's holding it. You are the currency, your clarity is the wealth, and your soul is the real vault. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Nordica. Forwarded from Donaldo Trumpo. Alert breaking. A federal judge just gave DOGE the green light to access sensitive payment data in the Treasury Department. This shall be fun. The new 1%. If you're reading this post, it means that you're part of the new 1%. We're humanitarians that will help transform this crazy world we live in. Out with the old, in with the new. We're the force of change. Your bold vision is actually possible. If you need help, just ask for it. If you can execute your vision, surround yourself like minded and capable people. Don't be afraid. Just go for it. You'll receive guidance and protection. Trust and follow your intuition.